Yeah. Yeah. Can you?
No, where's the
Study
other
and colleagues.
microphone? I'll take it. You can just start and say people's come and sit.
Oh, it's here. Take it and I'll.
So, hi and welcome back. Let's do a quick wrap up now. Maybe you can come and sit in the front, the remaining people, so we're not so scattered around everywhere. So I saw that there was discussion, which is always good. And if you would have another 10 minutes, we could maybe do a quick round table where everyone could say a few words, what you discussed now and what were your kind of impressions, or what will you take from this forum. Shall we start with E like Estonia?
Let's do it.
Timo, do you want to give some initial comments? And everybody else are welcome to add, I guess, from the group.
I mean, actually, our session was just the main session was yesterday evening, and all into the night, where we were discussing the process itself, because we are currently right in the phase of where we are still can modify the process, and actually what we also saw today here, for example, the process input, how the process is organized in Germany and in Finland, it was giving a bit of insight how so maybe we can still alter our process to be optimum, and especially in regards with the next steps, like after the strategy, this like status reporting a few years later, and the vulnerability report, and how to evaluate the effectiveness of the strategy, so that it would be not just a standalone document somewhere in a desk, but we are currently we are really monitoring what happens to it later, and then how we change it. And yeah, also like the indicators, maybe what to keep in mind in that process. For example, in the German case, there was, I think, like 3 levels, and even like yesterday, when working with the Climate Adaptation forum, we could all get acquainted how to find those indicators in the sector-specific cases, which would be like good, yeah, to follow what is the change and things. And yeah, as overall, I think it was like good for Estonian national strategy to have this meeting, and then these discussions yesterday and today, and yeah, we are happy. Like, yeah. So yeah, I head this back to Mari.
Yes, I was very impressed by the Estonian work capacity late to the evening. But it's good to hear then that you got some useful insight. And I think like the more in the beginning you are, maybe the best it is even to have such an event right away to feed into the process, as you said yourself, that you could get some new ideas.
And especially, I think also in regards where, for example, one thing we were discussing was also division of the topics, or those sectors which are included in, and I think it was maybe something good was that we could, for example, see in the Finnish case or some other strategies that were done 10 years ago, that they selected certain topics, and then even like this morning we could see that how actually in that 10 years the full perception has changed. That, for example, if you were seeing the topics and the measure groups for the strategy 2022, it has been changed. For example, this is something also have been like encountering the previous weeks. we're getting the status updates from some other countries, even the United States. Recently I was meeting a representative from there, was giving in the importance that it's the strategy can't be like a standalone process or just focusing on the natural side and the infrastructure side, but really like how to link it with the real life, because like all these kind of big things might require money and funds, and money doesn't grow in trees. It comes from the taxes, and who are creating the money are the businesses. So really linking the business sector, the employment options, and the society into the strategy, and also the key message what other presentation says, like linking with the existing social networks. I think it's the key to the success.
Thanks for this. Do you want to add something from, or did Timo already make a good, yeah? Okay, shall we no? Walter? Shall we continue with the Lithuanians? Do you want to just wrap up quickly? Some ideas.
So, Lithuania, as we have already our strategies, so now we have to focus on the follow-up measures, on the implementation of the strategy, and also we have discussed that we need a further research in certain areas to identify the most vulnerable sectors and propose necessary, effective and relevant measures. As regards this forum, it was useful, as the colleagues from our other ministries, they just found out some information that they didn't knew before, like Climate Adapt platform, and they were quite happy and promised to use it in their work. And also it was good also for us to refresh our mind and not to forget to update the information in this Climate Adapt platform. What else? And yes, and also it's good that we are reminded that there is also science that does a lot in climate adaptation, and that we must improve the cooperation between the policymakers and the science. So yeah, that's our lessons learned.
Thanks a lot for this. So let's move to Latvia now. Let's do a little tour de table there.
Well, I would like to thank for this useful forum. I think we all got some new ideas and thoughts about adaptation issues in their countries regarding national strategies. What we would like to point out from Latvian side that there still lacks communication between national and municipal level, and we have some ideas now how to manage this. And also we would like to point that the main idea is to make adaptation personal, that we all have to think about how we can be more resilient to adaptation, and what we can do to protect themselves from a climate change impacts.
So thanks for everyone for giving this small feedback. I think it's useful always to do a little wrap-up, even if it might seem some kind of artificial a bit. It's still good to get the overall impression. How was it? And I think it's true, as you mentioned, that it's hard to solve all the issues in 1.5 days. impossible, but as long as you get some new ideas, or at least even one good new idea that you could use in your work, then I think it's worthwhile. And I hope you had the possibility to see a bit where the other 2 Baltic countries are. You had the opportunity to learn new things. If you mentioned the Climate Adapt platform for sectorial ministries, that's already a very good thing. So, and I hope you will have new ideas for your future work. So, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for my co-organizers and Kati from EEA. Thank you for coming, and have a safe trip back home, I would say.
Thank you very much, everyone.
And the presentations will be put up on a shared folder, and we will provide you with all the links so you can use them if or just have a second look at them. Yes, we will, of course, write it down. So if you are interested, we can share it with you. Would that be useful? Yes. Mm. Yeah. Ah, yes. Okay. I can note that. Why not? It's true that it might be interesting to have this comparative perspective over countries, but at the same time, they are quite country specific. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.